Hey guys, I'm back. Nick here. And I wanted to come on here because many of you guys, I started talking about ways that you can work from home to begin generating income anywhere from $15 to $65 per hour. And I'm going to be doing a live masterclass on this Saturday where you can literally get into this industry within 30 days. You do need some skills, and I'll talk a little bit more about that and how you can do it. So I wanted to come on now and give you some insight into how this all works, okay? The industry that I'm talking about, you guys, is becoming a virtual assistant. Now, some of you guys have heard this before. Some of you guys have done it before, but a lot of people don't understand how to do it successfully, where you can actually make a quality living off of it and put yourself in a position where you're making big bucks, right? Big bucks and not overworking yourself. A lot of people get into this industry, they take a class, they think that it's all about basically, doing some stuff online for some folks for a few hours a day. But what happens is they end up getting burned out. They don't know how to properly run the business. They don't understand the power of outsourcing, and they don't know how to scale it up because they don't know how, right? So I'm going to be doing a master class. I shared on the last video that I'm launching my school where we teach people how to create work from anywhere careers from home, right? Work from anywhere businesses, where you can start a work from anywhere business no matter where you want to be. If you've dreamt of traveling the world, if you've dreamt of homeschooling your kids, if you have to take care of your retired parents, if you just want more time freedom, and you just have been pigeonholed on like how to do it and where to start and how to get to making money quickly, so that you end up, you don't end up spending 6 months researching something before you actually can make your first dollar. Now, I am going to be teaching that. That is what my company and my business is all about with the Online Biz Academy. We're launching it this fall, and we're actually doing our first masterclass this Saturday. So let me talk to you guys about the power of a virtual assistant. A virtual assistant, and I shared this on the last video, but a virtual assistant is literally the first person that most entrepreneurs and small businesses go to as their first hire. A virtual assistant is a second in command. They are somebody who they're able to fill in the blanks for what a lot of entrepreneurs don't have time for. And so there's different roles and different responsibilities that you can have as a specialty for what you choose to do as a virtual assistant. So when I first got started online, I started in 2007. I was broke, right? Desperate for money, and but I was eager to learn. And so one of the things that I did was, my dad was paying for everything. I used his credit card to take classes online, buy ebooks, and it was not a lot of money I would spend. I would, do webinars and stuff like that. But what was happening is I was learning all this information, right? But it was like, this is good information, but I don't really have anything to use it to make money from for myself yet. So I was smart enough to say, let me see if I can help serve somebody with this information. And so what I did was, back then, it was a bunch of Ning sites. So I went and I posted that I was available to help people with their businesses, with virtual services. And I basically let people tell me what they needed help with. Back then, social media was just getting started. So people needed help with MySpace at the time, right? It was MySpace, and blogging was kind of the thing, and articles were really big back then, article marketing. So I started providing services for $10 an article, and then that led into something else and led into something else. But within my first 2 months of promoting my services, I got a client that was paying me $1,500 a month. Now, y'all, when you broke with a brand new baby, you are struggling and you want to get ahead, man, $1,500 is a lot of money. And when you get somebody who commits to you to pay you that every single month, it is like, I don't know, it's like you hit the lottery. And that's what it felt like for me. And that was my first experience. And then after that, I ended up becoming a blog. I ended up learning how to hire. So I hired somebody out of India for like $3 an hour. I started building blogs for $200 a pop. Then I started writing articles for them. I started doing package deals for $500 where I would do build people's blogs and give them X amount of blogs to get started. And then people came to me for ghostwriting, and then they came to me for social media management. And then, I mean, it was like, it kind of just snowballed, right? And that's kind of how this virtual assistant world works, is that it can take you in so many different directions. It was where I first started, right? I had no idea where I was going. I didn't know much about anything, y'all. I was not the tech savvy person that I am today. I had an IT degree, but I didn't know much about the virtual world. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't really understand it. I just knew I needed money. And I knew I needed to learn a skill that can keep the money coming in, because I was a realtor before that. And when the market collapsed and I was pregnant, I needed income. And so this was the new path for me. And it opened up so many doors, to the point where now I get retainer clients paying me, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month for my services, right? So I say that to tell you guys that this is not a gimmick. It actually is something that is good starting ground for you to just figure out what it's like, and then from there you learn your way on what are some of the things that you can do, and what are the things that you enjoy doing, what are the things that you gravitate towards doing, and what are the things that you don't like to do but may pay you well and you can outsource. Okay, so here's the thing. This Saturday I'm going to go in depth on how to start a virtual assistant business. I'm going to be giving you guys a step-by-step process of like how to start, how to select a niche. We're going to be talking about specific niches that people will pay you for, or not pay you for, they pay you for all of them, but like that'll pay you a lot more money for. Key skills that you can learn. And here's the thing, you guys, when you are starting when you're starting a virtual assistant business, you literally can be up and running, you can be up and running in 7 days. It just depends on your skill level. But I'm showing people how to get up and running in 30 days or less, right? Depending on skill, y'all. I'm not gonna hype you up. If you don't have no skills, if you're not a tech person, this may not be for you, because you do need to be tech savvy. You need to be familiar with the internet, and you need to be able to be resourceful to navigate around, right? You don't want to be completely oblivious to this space starting out and feeling, like you have way too much of a learning curve, because it's not going to be beneficial to you or your clients if you are not there yet. Okay, so tech savvy is required. Now, when I say tech savvy, you just need to know how to get your way around a computer, right? You also need to be very tolerant of tech. Okay, and when I say tolerant, your business is going to be online. So that means that you have to be committed to being able to learn how to navigate through a software program, or just to learn some things. But here's the deal about tech. Tech it seems complicated, it seems overwhelming online, but they've made it so user-friendly now. And so what I mean by that is, if you put your hands to it and you just start pressing buttons, you eventually figure out how to do something. Because when I first started, we had to know HTML, right? Meaning we had to know code to actually get stuff going online. Fortunately, I had an IT background, right? So I understood a little bit of code. You don't need to do that no more. Like, this is 2019. I started 12 years ago. And it's just crazy how easier it is for you guys now. But you do have to be willing to work, okay? You have to be willing to work. This is not get rich quick. This is not I just sit at home and do nothing. This is, I'm literally partnering up with people who are going to pay me, and I master a specific skill. And as I master the skill, I'll be able to start becoming more valuable where they'll pay me for it. So let me give you guys an idea of the kind of money you can earn. So being just a general VA, a general virtual assistant, you'll make anywhere from $15 to $20 an hour. Because if you're a general VA, here's kind of some of the things that you would do. A general VA would check people's email inboxes. They'll handle customer support responses. They would handle social media posting. They would potentially handle some blog posting and blog management. They might send out some emails, right? So it's kind of like task-based stuff. And the lower the skill, the lower kind of the skill required, the lower the income you'll earn. And one of the things that I tell people all the time is, The riches are in the niches, right? So you want to start there. That's fine. You can start there, but you ultimately want to start building up a niche. A niche, let me give you an idea of niches in the VA space. E-com. E-com is huge. Look at Amazon. Amazon is an e-com business. If you became a VA who specialized in e-com, specifically in Amazon or Shopify, you can easily command $25, $35 an hour. And depending upon how sophisticated you get, you can get up to $65 an hour. When I say sophisticated, I mean learning ads. How do you do ads? Learning lead generation. Those are things that you can learn. But you have the e-com industry. You have the real estate industry. You have multiple aspects of the real estate industry. You have direct real estate agents, but then you have real estate investors, right? Real estate investors are looking for people who can handle customer support. You may do mail outs and different things for them to start farming for investment properties, right? So, hi from Tulsa. So real estate VAs are really big. Another big, huge need right now in the VA space is digital marketing. Digital marketing is, as you can see, guys, it's taken over. Digital marketing is very broad, so there's a lot of aspects to it. I don't want to go into detail on this. I'll talk about this on Saturday in my masterclass. You have real estate, you have digital marketing, you have e-com, you have Airbnb. They need VAs. People are now in the Airbnb world, and they are hosting homes all over the country. So if I'm an Airbnb host that's really in this as a business, I'm not just hosting it from Memphis, where I live now. I might have properties in San Francisco. I might have properties in Tampa. I might have them in Philly. And what's happening is as Airbnb guests or people who want to rent those properties are trying to book, they have questions. And so they might come on and ask a lot of questions, and they need information, and they need all that stuff. So essentially, as a VA, you can become, I'm going to post the link for you guys for my masterclass on Saturday, okay? But as an Airbnb VA, you basically are becoming their concierge, okay? So a concierge would handle all their customer questions, their guest questions, handling if they have any issues when they get there, if there's any kind of plumbing issues or whatever. You would kind of intervene for the Airbnb, what they call a super host, right? You can make $25, $35 for an hour for that, maybe $20. I don't know. It'll range depending upon skill set, right? If you are good at helping them to put the description, like their properties up and the photos up and all that stuff, you can make more income. But I'll be talking to you guys on Saturday that, making money by the hour is cool, but what's really even better is making money by the month, where you get a flat rate retainer. And I'll show you guys how to do that on Saturday. Because instead of chasing the hours, saying, okay, well, I want to get a client that pays me $30 an hour, and I work with them 10 hours a week, right? And make $300. You could do that. That's good to get started. But imagine if you learn how to scale your services up for your customers in a way where you're able to make a flat rate of a guaranteed $1,000 a month, right? And so we'll talk about those things. And so if you want to learn more about how to get involved in this industry, I'm going to be doing a live masterclass on Saturday. I'll post the link. It's NicoleSCooper.com/VAMC. All right. Virtual Assistant Masterclass. NicoleSCooper.com Virtual Assistant Masterclass. On this class, I'm going to show you the key things that you need to do to get your virtual assistant business started. I'm going to show you the key industries that you want to potentially specialize in or look to specialize in so that you can earn more income. I'm going to show you the 4 different aspects of running a VA business. What you need to do to set up, what you need to do to put your packages and pricing together, what you need to do to attract your clients, and what you need to do to service your clients. There are 4 components to running a VA business, and we're going to go into specific detail about those 4 areas and how to actually get your business up and running in 30 days or less, and how to make your first $1,000. Okay, don't do that, Chloe. Don't come here and do that. Go over there. Let me finish, Chloe. I'm almost done. And so I'm going to be hold on, son. I'm going to be sharing the information with you guys for the class. I'm gonna put it in the description here of this video. And if you know people that are looking to generate income from home, I shared with you guys last week that there's a lot of scamming going on Indeed and on Craigslist for people looking for jobs. This is a legit way for people to learn more information on how to do this, but they will need to pay. And here's why: because people don't value free information. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time giving a lot of free stuff away to folks that don't really commit. So we make it low ticket and affordable so that people can afford to do it. And we give you high value. You'll get a workbook. You'll get a layout of rates and potential earnings.
Get something from over there?
And then we'll go into more detail about those things. You can ask me questions. I'll show you guys some examples of business models, packaging, and services where you can do retainer-based businesses where you can make, $500 per client, $1,000 per client, $1,200 per client. What are the key skills you need to have, secret software tools that you can use so you don't have to work so hard. So there's a lot of amazing things that I'll be sharing with you guys on this Saturday. Spread the word, share this video, and I'll post the link to the masterclass for this Saturday's how to launch a virtual assistant business in 30 days or less and make your first 1K. All right, I hope this helped you guys. I'll have a lot more videos coming up throughout the week, so stay tuned and stay plugged in, and I'll talk to you soon.